is going to be the use of mantra within music and the parallels of it into reggae. Phase 1, in which Doris gets her horse. So, if you look back to in the history of time, and the use of mantra, which is usually read the reading of Hindu text, which is the same as prayer. Mantra takes mantra, just like the image of the drawn picture, you take your center pinpoint, and through the repetition of rhythm, it allows you to leave the middle point and let the rest bubble around you. You know, and that's pretty much what rhythm is. Meaning like this. So you got your 1, 2, 3. We have 2, 3, 4. You know, so you have. I'm not counting the 1, but you still know where the 1 is, because I've circled around the 1. That the one is totally. My circle around the 1 is totally reliant upon my 1. So when you see that, and you realize, like in a lot of rhythmic music, especially like in reggae, it's all mantra playing. You know, that's why there's not a lot happening, because what it is you're taking the aspect of the rhythm and you're playing around it. So where like in reggae you'll have you know, now like that one time alone is just the rhythm. But after, if you notice, after I've even done it 3 times, it becomes a part. You know? So like the first thing I want to do is, this is why we have the drums. We're going to grab drum. So the first thing we're going to do is, we're going to get the idea of the beat. You know? Like the idea of my beat. So when you hear reggae music, and even though you hear it on guitar, with bass, and keyboard, you know, you got to take in your mind that you're at a beach. There are no guitars, and there's just drums, you know? So you got to figure, the first beat we're dealing with is the 4. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Now, inside of that, what would be like the biggie, I guess, or what you would call in rock and roll would be the backbeat would be. But keep yours going, right? See, do you see? Even though that's the added on rhythm, you keeping the 4 is sticking out just as strong, you know? So then if he takes that, right, and you keep your 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now without that, you keep that, right, and you go. See that right there? That would be the bass line. This would be the skank. You see now, so if we take all that, right, and you keep that there, you have 1. Keep your 4 going. 1, 2. A lot of times when you think of reggae, and especially from a drummer's perspective, you know, what you want to do is we're going to create the circular mantra. You know what I mean? So now what we're going to do is I'm going to lay the solid one, right? And now you're going to lay, since you have the treble, you're going to lay the guitar. What would be like the guitar, the skank, which is reverse Motown. You know, because Motown came up with the whole. But in reggae, since Caribbean, it's backwards. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas on the 1 and 3 is your Motown. 2 and 4 and 1. I mean 2 and 4, 3 and 4 and reggae is 1. You know, gives you the feel, you know? And the thing is, just like how blues mirrors trains and the running of horses, reggae mirrors the movement of waves. You see see what I'm saying? Like what else? Chink, chink, with something else crashing. Chink, chink. You know what I mean? That's the sound of the ocean. You know? So now, right, so that would be you, is you're playing on the offbeat. You know, so then we take the 4, and now we're gonna take the 4 and doctor it, because you know we're not, the straight 4 is great, but now why leave me at the straight 4? So now inside my straight 4, now we have bass, skank, and this right here, this would be the bubble of the keyboard. Or see what I'm saying? So right there, and then you know. So now what I like to do is when I write a bass line, this is how I approach reggae. So somebody comes up to you and they go, I have a reggae line, and they're gonna go, you know, it's like, what you say and what you do and what you say. This says, you know, whatever, what you. So what I would do is we'd go, what you say and what you do, right? Like that's the biggie of the whole thing. If you ever look at a reggae band and you look off in the corner like you see an old Bob Marley thing, and there's a guy with a drum with no mic, and he's sitting off on the side. That's the Nia Biggie player. Everybody in the band is playing to him. He's playing something probably as basic as. That's the heartbeat of the whole thing. You know, that's what you got. You know, and that, but you don't hear that when you hear the rest of the song. You know, so let's just say if the song was, you know, if I like, you know, what I like. First thing is you need a bass line. Now the difference between a roots reggae bass line and another one is roots bass lines are not written melodically. They would be written like this. I go in this life, da da da. I know what am I gonna play? Da da da. That's my bass line. Right, because I know that this rhythm is the most basic of it, you know? So then we're going to take that, boom, boom, doo 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 doo.